All right, good day, welcome loves, welcome Virgo. All right, you guys are up. I'm getting Virgo vibes. All right, just trying to decide which deck I want to use here. Feeling a pull to this one. All right, getting masculine energy. I get a lot of that because I do get a lot of masculines on my channel. But I don't know how many times I got to say it. Females can be in feminine or in masculine energy, and men can fall into feminine energy. All right. This kind of depends on what's going on. All right, but I'm getting like a determined energy. All right, I'm getting a very strong, like, business orientated energy, drive, determination. But I'm also getting like a very, like, smart, brilliant, but yet fun. I don't know. I'm just getting good vibes for you guys, Virgo. So I feel like, you guys are doing pretty good in life. You're excelling in the areas that I feel like you want to, because you guys are, the hermit, and, or, what was gonna, wait a minute. God, I'm losing my train of thought. You guys are like the magician, so you can have the power of manifestations, you know what I'm saying? So let's see what's going down for the sign of Virgo. All right. All right, starting now, we're going to do 3 shuffles, if I can not have these cards fly all around. Okay. Let's see what's going down for the sign of Virgo. All right, last one left. Oh my God, I think I just got a glimpse of the magician. I think. All right, not positive. Okay, well, we got fire energy here, I feel like. But I'm getting a vibe like, you're kind of slowing down in life, all right? Not being so impulsive, not being, the type to sleep around or get around or, just kind of be kind of that playboy energy. I feel like you're just kind of like starting to move into a more mature energy where you're more focused on, thinking before you take a leap, and not being reckless and, immature about the things. All right, very adventurous energy, very fun, very carefree. All right, I don't know if y'all got Aries in your chart somewhere. You don't freaking have to. We can all carry different energies, all right, regardless. So the Fool here, all right, so I feel like, yeah, you're taking a leap of faith. I feel like in a different direction, all right, where you're kind of like coming into, I feel like, a more of a calmer energy. All right, so you guys, I feel like, might be, evolving past the night. So you guys might be getting older, okay? Not being in like that reckless, just kind of playboy energy, getting around. So yeah, focusing more on being adventurous, free-spirited, carefree. Because Virgos, you guys can get a little too much, where you kind of retreat into solitude and stuff. So I feel like you're moving into that adventurous side. It's like on the traditional Fool, it's got a Fool with a dog, all right? So maybe y'all got a dog or pet of some sort that you want to take on adventures that you would enjoy having with you on your adventures, all right? But yeah, it's like just wanting to explore life and just fully embrace and live life to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? So you're a fun energy, all right? I feel like people can have a good time with you, all right? The adventures are full of a lot of fun and excitement here, all right? Okay, so we have here the 2 of Cups, all right? So I feel like you're getting clarity here, all right? When it comes to maybe like your higher self, because the older we get, the more we tend to kind of connect to that higher self, because I saw it land kind of sideways, all right? So I feel like you're kind of like in between, but I also feel like, taking a leap of faith, trusting that, clearing your mind out will bring, new beginnings. If you're in a relationship, it can help strengthen the bond where you guys actually help and heal and motivate each other in a positive way. So focusing on clearing the mind, getting clarity, all right? Sometimes we got to do that in life. We just got to clear our minds out, rid of anything that's, looming over. So we do have the star here. So I feel like, yeah, it's like you're rejuvenating, all right? You're kind of like, I feel like starting to kind of connect to, more of a spiritual way of being. But the more you clear your mind, the more you're going to start to understand and see your, and get in tune with your higher self. I got the High Priestess here. Yeah, I feel like you guys are gifted, all right? I feel like there's like a deep knowing, like there's something deep that has been kind of nudging at you to kind of wake you up. I feel like you've kind of lived a more of a secret life, but just kind of starting to see the world through not just black and white, but seeing the gray area and, maybe wanting to like start to focus on, the esoteric and the unknown. You know what I'm saying? We got, the Wheel of Fortune here. Yeah, I feel like that is where you're moving. That is where you're headed. All right. And when that shift happens, when you take this leap, that is when you're going to see a lot of good things come in for you. All right. King of Buds, that it would be like you here. All right. That is, I feel like you're going to start to see business take off, where you're going to really start stacking your pentacles. Good person to work with when it comes to business, investments, very smart, good at managing money. All right. So yeah, you might be moving up the ladder when it comes to like your position, when it comes to finances. But I'm just seeing, yeah, going from a knight to a king, maturing and stepping into more of that grounded energy, all right, with this new shift coming. So just take a leap of faith and trust in it, all right? Wow. So we have you here, all right? So yeah, I feel like you can rely on yourself, all right? I feel like you can take care of yourself. You can handle your own. Some of y'all could be single, all right? And just focusing on yourself. But I feel like you can have confidence in what it is that you want to manifest and create in your life, whatever it is that where your desires lie. But you're going to start to really fully see your power come into fruition here, Virgo, all right? Very good looking, very confident, and just kind of going to be reaping the rewards of the hard work that you've put in. The hard work, the dedication, the change, the shift. All right, let's just get this wrapped up here because it's been taking forever. I don't know what's with internet lately, but it's like everywhere where I'm at. It's like it's slow as shit, so I don't want these readings to take forever to upload. And sometimes they don't need to be long, all right? It just kind of depends. So getting clarity, having a breakthrough, all right, when we clear the mind. Taking a leap of faith, trusting in what you're feeling, maybe what your partner has been feeling or sensing, whatever, if there is a partner here. But having a fresh start. So you guys might be getting into like occult studies. Could be like an interest of yours. But good things, good luck coming. All right. Keep staying confident, focused, determined. All right. Goes a long ways. Confident in the manifestations that you want to come into your life, tapping into that power. So you're probably feeling something a little different is kind of what I'm getting here. All right, there's going to be a shift in the way you feel, not just your mind, but your feelings. I'm getting just straight mind, body, and spirit, all right? And as a Virgo, you're not going to have a hard time manifesting as long as you stay in this energy, all right? Powerful mind, mature mind, All right, last card, please. The sign of Virgo. What is the last card for Virgos here? All right, so we got here the Judgment card. All right, so I feel like, yeah, it's like, I feel like you could be moving away from, you know, any toxic things, all right, that just aren't serving you. All right, not letting the devil control you. Rising above drugs, sex, partying, whatever, just anything that clogs the mind here. So you're clear in the mind here. All right, you're rising above, you're moving forward. All right, and I feel like things are really going to take off for you. I need to pull from this one here. I love to see people elevate, you know, and move up in life and move into a different shift in your life, you know, letting things shift and change instead of, you know, staying stuck or going. The Nine of freaking Pentacles again. All right, so Virgo, some of you guys could be single, but it's that, wow, look at this. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of divine energy here, but I do feel like, you know, you are focusing on just being a loving energy, all right? You probably wear your heart on your sleeve, but it's about tapping into that discernment, doing things in moderation, all right? And with the Emperor, I feel like you're just trying to structure your life. And I feel like there could be some divine energies that could have intervened here to kind of push you that way. But we already see two cards that were here already, all right? The Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So yeah, you want to build your empire. You're focused on structure, stability, all right? Becoming like, you know, a man. Ooh. So we do have some Taurus energy here with the Hierophant. So I feel like with that, yeah, it's like you're elevating, all right? Some of you guys might be going to school, or maybe you guys have gone to school and you're really going to start to like focus on, you know, more higher learning and, you know, maybe even connecting spiritually, religiously, but just, you know, committed and focused, you know? All right, one more here. Yep, you're confident. You can rely on yourself. You can rely on your brain. You can rely on your structure, your discipline. All right, that's why you can accomplish things. That Ace of Swords is coming in twice. Double clarity, double breakthrough. All right, the clearer minds really thrive. All right, that's just the way it goes. All right, what else do we got here? That was the Ace of Swords here. What do we got here? Got the freaking High Priestess. Didn't we already see that with the other one? And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like you are focused. All right, whether it's going back to school, learning, whether it's spiritual stuff, esoteric, whatever, or schooling, just some type of higher education, higher learning, and staying focused and committed, because I feel like you want to secure your future, all right? You've been really thinking long and hard here, all right? And I feel like, yeah, it's saying it's time, all right? Focus on long term. Focus on when we get older. A lot of people don't do that, all right? You're seeing a lot of living a good life here. All right, so we do have the Arrow. I feel like, yeah, you're moving in the right direction. You're completing what needs to be completed here in the middle world. All right, the Ancient Ones walk beside you. They are nudging you, your spirit allies, all of that. All right, they're the ones that are pushing you in the direction. There doesn't have to, like, literally be an arrow pointing the way. But I feel like it's that Knight of Cup energy, you know. That's your intuition is leading you. That's your arrow. All right. All right, so we got, oh my God, it's the freaking same freaking cards. Yeah. This was under there too. So I feel like Pachamama, it's like number 40, we have the Ancient Ones with number 1. 36 with the middle world, the circle. All right, number 8. So yeah, I feel like You're really starting to connect with your earthly element. But I feel like you really need to look up this card, number 40, the Pachamama, because I do not have these cards memorized at all. All right. I go off imagery and intuition. All right. Some of them I do know a little, but especially look into number 40, the Pachamama. All right. But it's like you are here in the middle world. You represent the earth. All right. And you're completing a cycle. One more, please, for the sign of Virgo. For the sign of Virgo. One more for Virgo, please. There's that masculine energy here with the Emperor and the High Priest. Yeah, we have the Sorcerer with the Crow. All right, so it's about understanding and unraveling the mysteries here, all right? But the sorcery, yet you have power with that Magician, all right? We already saw that. Number 48 with the Sorcery, the Sorcerer. You have the ability, all right? Just keep connecting and tapping into that earthly energy and connecting with nature, because that's where you're really going to see it take off.